Uh-oh. Hold on, folks. 1 second.
Whew, okay, that's a lot better. Wearing that thing makes you wish for a nuclear winter, am I right? So, what is going on, my friends in film fandom, wherever you may be, and whoever you may be watching and or listening? We appreciate you being here and giving us just a little bit of your time. You are still muted, sir. There we go.
Oh,
Hello.
Mute again, sorry.
Hello?
I got it. Don't worry about it. I've got my hands on the controls. It's fine. One day we're going to get this right. So, welcome back. We are The Harsh Truths, and I am obviously not Frank. He's, Dad's letting me drive the car again because for some reason he lets me do that on Thursdays. Tex is not here. He's got things to take care of with his family. And also, unfortunately, last minute, Brooding Gamer was going to do this stream with me to talk about some Fallout, but he also had a family emergency come up. But it's all good because we have good friends in the house that will come in clutch and come over to your house. Sorry to break the illusion, but he is actually right here. I could reach out and touch his face. Don't do it. I won't do that. So I apologize. We're going to be muting back and forth because we are sitting right next to each other. But in the house, we have my good buddy Jasper. And how are you this evening?
I am doing well. Thanks for inviting me. Yeah, first time on camera, so bear with me, everyone. Yeah, also, I kind of found out I was doing this maybe 45 minutes ago. So really put on the spot here, not going to lie. But excited to be here and talk some Fallout.
There we go. We're going to do this in tandem. There we go. First, of course, we got my mom in the chat. As always, it's good to see you and not Casey. So,
hi, Mama Red.
Always got some class to the stream. But yeah, this is just gonna kind of be a chill kind of stream. We're just gonna talk about the season 2 trailer that we got a little while ago. I don't remember when it was. I don't care if we're behind. Anytime's a good time to talk about Fallout. So that's what we're here to do today. We'll have the trailer playing down in the corner so you can follow along when I pause it every 10 seconds because YouTube gets kind of mad when you do stuff like that. But that's okay. We will take it as we come. Yeah, like I said, so this is going to be Fallout Season 2's trailer because holy crap, if anyone's like me and has watched it about 15 times and paused it, like I said, not only every 10 seconds, but every frame by frame, trying to catch every little reference, every character or maybe location that was brought up, which brings up a lot of questions. So yeah, we'll get to that in just a second. This is awkward because I usually have notes, and I told Frank, "Oh, the notes are up here in the old brain pan." So I'm like, I didn't know what to do with my hands. It's okay. Let's play. Oh, good lord. Let's play the first little bit of this. So if you guys have full screen it and just kind of follow along with us as we head out New Vegas way.
I'm looking for someone. Common story around here. Someone you care about or someone you hate?
Oh, what a great question. What say you, Miss McClain?
Okay, so already right off the bat, we I don't have a picture of him, unfortunately, but I think we're talking about Lucy's dad, and I feel like we're gonna get more maybe a little more into, you know, what's his whole deal, what's his angle in this whole plot. So even just from that first little bit, like, what are your thoughts on this? You watched the first season, correct?
Yes, I have. I've watched the first season. It's honestly been a little bit, so memory's a little spotty, but I do know there was some shady stuff going on in the vault. He had his own things going on. He had his own agenda. So yeah, I'm excited to see what's in store for us there also.
For sure. Not and now that you say that, jogging my memory, because I've definitely not seen season 1 since it came out. Not only her dad, but her brother as well, because her brother went to the other vault, right, and found the I guess kind of like the Robo Brains that we kind of have seen in other like DLCs. I don't know if that's kind of the same vibe. Also, the old lady who was their overseer, the older black lady. I have a weird, and I'm glad the ghoul's on screen, because I'm like, I had a theory, I had a weird sneaking suspicion that could she maybe be the ghoul's wife? Because she was in her deep with Vault Tech, so we know how Vault Tech is with you know, making these vaults. You'd like to think you're preparing for the future, but maybe not in the way you thought. If anyone has not just out of curiosity gone and looked up some of the vaults and what their experiments are, if you wanted to press the hell out of yourself, just look at a couple of them, and it's horrifying. But given that her Lucy's dad and the ghoul's wife were all in that same conference room, like we saw at the end of season 1, like I have some sneaking suspicions. Yeah, I don't know if you want to add to. Do you think that's his wife? I don't know. I mean, that was my thought.
I mean, it's an interesting thought. Nothing I considered. I don't believe that's the case, but I can't say I don't think that that's the only role that she played, was to come in and be the overseer and set up for that whole conspiracy that we found out about. I think she's going to have just as big a role to play as everyone else. That what's the ghoul's name? I'm sorry.
Well, his human name was Cooper Howard.
Yeah, Cooper. That's Cooper knew from the old days, pre-war. Mm-hmm. So I can see her having a pretty big role, but I think as of right now, we don't know where Cooper's wife or his daughter is at. But yeah, we'll see what happens, I guess.
I was hoping this wasn't like a Last of Us situation. Like, I thought maybe his daughter died. Question mark. I mean, I know it's him looking for his family, but yeah, I don't know. I do agree. I think his wife has got some bigger part to play. It does. I mean, it does seem like that'd be way too easy, but I don't know. It seemed like there were people that were put in play, because those 3 vaults. This is an interesting setup. Is that they have 3 of these vaults that are all actually connected to each other in Southern California, where this takes place. So I don't know, like if they put people from that group, I'm trying to remember what they were called. Not Buds, is Bud something, right? Bud's buddies or something. And Hank McLean, Lucy's dad, was one of them. So, I don't know. They're always watching. That's how Big Brother works. Let's keep going. Mute myself.
Why would my dad go to Las Vegas?
Oh, Lucy, you sweet summer child. I get it. Lucy's that character that I always call the audience character. Like, she's supposed to be naive and not, like, you know, so exposition doesn't feel really forced or kind of clunky, because, you know, if you want to set up the world and have, you know, that's why you have people like the ghoul. Like, I love that look that he gives her, because it's like, you're almost looking at us like, oh, you know, oh, we all know who we're talking about. I don't know. I might put some of these pictures in here later, but I think first I can do this without messing it up. I think this is who we're talking about. This bastard right here, because I'm like, if you not only we're talking about like the ghoul's wife, Lucy's dad, I 100%, I'm like, this guy is going to be the guy. He's going to be the big bad of this season, and I'm so here for it. And as they say, kids, the house always wins. What are your thoughts on Mr. House? And I think we're allowed to curse by this point in the stream, but I just in so many polite words, what would you say about Mr. House?
All right, well, I'm not going to abuse that privilege right off the bat, but I appreciate you giving me the green light. Man, Mr. House, such an interesting character. I loved him in New Vegas. I think I did every single playthrough besides Caesar's Legion. I'm excited to see what they do with that. Like you said, obviously, Mr. House is probably going to be the big reason that Hank is going there. I'll be honest, I don't want too many big character name references, but if we definitely have Mr. House play a pretty big role in the story here, because they can allude to the war over the dam and stuff that's going on in the game, but the show has its own story and focus, and I kind of want it to remain there for the most part. Obviously, everyone loves references. I'm gonna point my finger and go, "Hey, I know that." But yeah, I'm excited to see Mr. House. So
yeah, we have some clips down there of stuff we'd like to make, jokes out of and stuff. And like, I need to tell Frank, and Frank, this is your mental note for later. We really need that one of Captain America going, I understood that reference.
yeah.
I need that, or the Leonardo DiCaprio where he's like, oh, you said the thing. Or that's Peter Griffin. Like, yeah, he said it. Yeah, I think that's something that I liked about this show is that I like that it's in its own. Well, it's in the Fallout universe, right? It's in the timeline with the games, so to speak. But it is the most recent, or rather, it's the furthest ahead in the timeline that we've seen. So it does give it its own, not legacy. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but this is in like the 2290s, and New Vegas took place in 2281, I believe. And I think Fallout 4 was 2287, right? Because it was 10 years after Fallout 3, which was 2277. I'm not a nerd about these games, I swear. It's like I haven't played them 100 times.
Question I had.
Yeah, I don't know exactly, but I think I've heard it's in the 2290s, maybe even like late 90s. So we're almost on the cusp of like the year 2300. So that is kind of cool, but like it does still bring up those questions of like, so what does this mean in the storyline of the games and like the lore of like what's happened? Like that's a big point that you brought up. I tried last time to get a picture of the dam and I could not for the life. I couldn't even get like a picture of the actual Hoover Dam and it was pissing me off. Weirdly enough, but I was like, there are things, especially in New Vegas. Now the problem with New Vegas is, and kind of Fallout 3, some of these games have choices that you can make and make the game completely different. There are different endings. There's different ways you can handle different factions. So it brings up those questions of like, okay, so one big thing you got to, put out there is what happened at Hoover Dam. So like, it makes it weird that it's like, well, you're telling me now that New Vegas, it exists and that it's canon, but I'm like, so then what are the canon events? And it's, you can do your own whatever in the Fallout universe, but I'm just like, so then what are you telling me actually happened? I think when we rewind a little bit to season 1, I'm like, it kind of comes full circle because the first game took place in Southern California as well. So I was thinking like, well, you have this big war with the NCR and the Brotherhood of Steel, in which the NCR ends up winning. And in Southern California, like the NCR is massive. Like that spread it's a whole like working community, government. It had a president. And the thing is, I'm like, we didn't really see it. I think we saw, oh God, what's the name of it's Crater something. They Lucy and the Max, they see the aftermath, or they see like where the battle took place, and I'm thinking like, well, you would have definitely run into the NCR at some point, and unfortunately, we only saw like those, like the father and son that had like the NCR armor, and which was disappointing. I want to see more, please. I didn't spend good money on a helmet like that to have it just sit there. So yeah, that's do you have any thoughts? I'm sorry, just tell me to shut up. I'm just gonna keep rambling. I'm just, yeah, like lore wise, it makes me wonder what is and is not canon in this game.
Yeah, no, you're fine. No real major thoughts, but I think they were just waiting to really make the NCR presence in the show for season 2 for the New Vegas area. Not sure what they're going to do or how they're going to do it, but I'm excited to see. Did we say is the show taking place after the year that New Vegas takes place?
Yeah, I think the events of the game have already taken place, because I believe, actually, let me look it up real quick. Well, if I could spell correctly, holy crap. Okay, so according to this AI overview, the Fallout TV series is set in the year 2296, which makes it the furthest point in the Fallout franchise's timeline, occurring after the events of games like Fallout 4, which ended in 2287, like I said, Fallout New Vegas, which was in 2281, and of course, this is set 219 years after the Great War, which took place in 2077. As we all know, the bombs went boom. It was a 2-hour war, because when you play with nuclear bombs, it's over like that. That's what happens. Yeah, so 2296. So it's definitely, it's been a couple of years since New Vegas. The interesting, well, I mean, I'm already skipping ahead in the trailer because I've seen it 100 times. The thing that, like, you know, we see Mr. House, but I'm like, in that moment, obviously that's pre-war Mr. House. I'm like, we haven't seen, you know what I mean, current timeline, where are all these people, what happened? Like, we know this dude, you know, where's that picture of him? That, like I said, this is Mr. House as you see him in the game for the most part, but when you really see him, he looks like this. So, and if anyone's wondering, if you assume that the current, you know, era we live in, Mr. House is actually technically alive right now. His birthday was June. It was June something. Hold on, let me look. Okay, Mr. House's birthday is June 25th, 2020. So he is actually technically alive right now, if you want to put that into perspective. So that's the point, is like, when you think about a character like Mr. House, who obviously looks, you know, he kind of Walt Disneyed himself here, and he's living on life support for the last 200 plus years. And you think a man who has that much will to fucking live is up to some shady stuff. So this isn't a screen cap for my game, but this is about 2 seconds before I put a bullet in his dome. So, you know, I can't stand a guy. I walk right in, don't even say hi. I just walk to the back, boom, shoot him in the mouth. All right, cool. Let's keep going. Screw you and your snow globes. I'm not going to go find them for you. Oh, look at that. Now my wife decided to join us. Call's coming from inside the house. It's not like I don't know she's in here. That's actually kind of a good point. You know what? That's probably a good point. He is a COVID baby. Holy crap.
That's what's wrong with him.
That explains a lot, actually. We cracked the case. Look at that. Yeah, that's... And the other... Well, okay, I think we're going to get to Mr. House. Let me play this before I just keep rambling on about him.
You want to know why the world ended? It started here with one man.
It's all over, but the cry.
Cooper Howard?
Sorry to pause that right in the middle of him talking, but oh my god, not only Lucky 38 Casino, but that is pre-war Lucky 38 Casino. And I need that meme of like, you're as beautiful as the day I lost you, you know? Oh Lord Jesus, where's? I know I have one of it somewhere, or maybe I don't. Wow, I'm a terrible YouTuber. New Vegas, New Vegas, New Vegas. Maybe I didn't add it, but yeah, that's pretty spot on. And actually, down there in the bottom right corner, one of my other favorites, the tops. I'm hoping. I mean, the Vegas Strip is going to be all over this show. I'm so here for it. Just what are you feeling? Because I'm feeling a lot. I'm feeling lucky.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. It looks really good. It's gonna look really good when we finally see it. Going back to the talk about Mr. House and the era we're in this show, I didn't even think about it being after the events of New Vegas. For whatever reason, in my mind, it was going to take place during the same time. But that means we get to see what it looks like after the events and how it all played out after. That makes me think maybe the house ending might end up being the canon ending, but only because of him being the billionaire that we know and him probably having ties to Vault Tech and everything that was going on there. But I mean, who's to say right now? We don't know anything. I don't remember. I remember pretty much all of the casinos had some kind of deal with them. I know I think one was in like cannibalism or something. The White Vests or whoever they were. Anyway,
White gloves.
White gloves. That's right. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with these. I'm really hyped for this show.
Yeah, again, going back on canon events. Well, actually, let me go back. I assume because I'm like, this is because we started to hear him say Cooper Howard. I'm like, so he's obviously not ghoulified yet. I think this is obviously still before the bombs fell. So he's kind of their spokesperson now, right? Cooper Howard. They got this actor to come in and do stuff for Vault Tech, and kind of be their spokesman. So I'm like, I wonder if this is maybe like some weird press tour. And now he's gone out to Vegas, which to be fair isn't too far from California. So, and now he's meeting this guy, which again we know this guy is like the puppeteer of so many things, and not just in New Vegas at least. But thinking about canon, that's a good point. I was wondering, like, so unless I'm just thinking too much into it, I don't know what they're planning on doing. But it makes me wonder, like, did the house ending be the one that happened? So they were smart to not show. I mean, that was in DC, but we haven't seen like the courier or anybody like that, or the survivor from the first game, which was in Southern California. So I mean, like, that brings into question the platinum chip. Like, so then that's kind of his whole catalyst of like taking over the Vegas Strip. One thing I thought of, which was like, the clever part of the game, is you have this little bastard right here. Yes Man, who is a special Securitron, who has that creepy face. He's kind of the neutral ending to the game where it's like you don't really side with any particular faction. You just kind of meander through the game, and he's kind of the default ending. So I wondered if like maybe that's how, and then you have kind of room to play with telling what happened to the Strip, what happened to the Kings, the Great Khans, Caesar's Legion, the NCR, all these factions that exist in this little pocket of the universe. I don't know. I thought, yes, man, that's just me. Speaking of platinum chip, sorry, that also brings up the question of Benny. I don't know. My heart really wants to see Benny, and the problem is I think I had this same picture or something very similar last time. Unfortunately, we obviously Matthew Perry is no longer with us on this mortal plane, so it would have been really cool, and I have no doubt. I bet you he would have definitely put on the checkered suit and came back as like an older Benny, and like you could have given him a little cameo or just a little. You could have seen him sitting in the bar at the Tops or the Gamora, something, And I still want him to turn around and say that, just like, what the shit? Or what? I remember what he says when you first find him, but it's funny. But yeah, no Benny. I mean, I don't know if I'd want you to recast him, but it'd be interesting. I don't know. Do you think we should have a Benny, or should we just maybe leave it be? What do you think?
Like I said, I'm kind of the mindset. The game was its own thing, and we can do our own storyline here. It would be cool to see Benny. It would be cool to see a lot of different characters from this game, and I'm okay with a couple of callouts and things of that nature. But I don't think the show needs to bring in a bunch of characters that we know from the games. But one or two, like a call out and be like, "Hey, I know that guy." No, that it would be cool to see. It would be, but does it need it? I'm not sure.
I really just want to use this picture again. I'll tell you who it does need. We need Danny Trejo. To be fair, Danny Trejo was a ghoul named Raul, and that was not meant to rhyme, but it did. He was a character in the video game. That's obviously not Raul's character. That's someone ghoulified Danny Trejo. But you know what? I would take a mix of these two images right here. I don't really care. I think it'd be really fun. And again, I feel like, Danny Trejo is a fun dude. I feel like he would maybe do it. That's wishful thinking, because I mean, the only other Mexican that's cooler than Frank is obviously Danny Trejo. So I would take that. But yeah, I don't know. I appreciate, like we were saying earlier, I appreciate that we have a Mr. House, but yeah, I just don't know how much we're gonna lean. Excuse me, how much we're gonna lean into this. Where's the play button?
Star of the silver screen.
Like yourself, I am the very best at what I do.
But
And what I do is I know everything.
I got Cooper Howard. Now that would have been a pretty boss way to just leave it like paused right on. There we go. Right on Mr. House. Oh my God. If that's not a smarmy face you want to just punch a hole right through with a power fist or a death call gauntlet. Oh my God. I don't have that picture from last time. I believe it's a different actor, but I mean, I'm not mad about it. My example before was that in the MCU, like when we first teased Thanos, obviously that wasn't Josh Brolin. They didn't really have like the actor who's gonna play it. Yeah, you have just the guy like picking up the gauntlet and saying like, "I'll do it myself," So interesting, but I mean, it's definitely a different guy, and I mean, I'm okay with it. I feel like just from this trailer, like I said, I already don't like him, but it's just personal bias because, like I said, I walk right into Mr. House's crib right there like that, with the computer screens and all that, and I just, I unplug his life support and I just, let him choke. Sorry, House doesn't always win there, buddy. Yeah, do you got anything? I don't have questions. I just
Can't say he doesn't have it coming somewhat, but
yeah,
no. Just so interested to see where they're gonna go with this. They could do so many different things, and obviously this is pre-war Mr. House, so we haven't even seen if Mr. House is even going to be in this show. We don't know anything, so it's going to be really cool to see what they do. Was that Yes Man that we saw? You said he was in this trailer, right?
No, I think I know what you're talking about. Let me go back a slight bit. I know because I had it pull up for precise. Ooh, look at you, YouTube. You were all fancy. You're talking about this one? God, got it.
But what I do.
It's kind of no, you're talking about that one right there. That is thank you for pointing that out because I have a picture of it. Boom. I have a picture with the ghoul because there is a theory too that the image on that particular Securitron could maybe be Cooper Howard's character that he used to play, who's the ghoul right there, obviously, when he was pre-war. he started in like old cowboy westerns and stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, like I said, he was like the big star of that time, so maybe that is something that it could be, because we do see him in season 1, like watching. It's got to be surreal as hell watching like an old movie of yourself from like 200 plus years ago. He's sitting on that couch just watching himself act in a movie. It's like, goddamn. But that is Victor, I believe, and that also brings up another Victor. Yes, that brings up another question to me, because we know that. Let me get that off there now, because we have it like right here. I think that is hilariously, actually, that is the ghoul in the corner there. I know it's hard to see, but the ghoul's over there in the corner of that room, and the Securitron's turning around towards him. Victor is the one who saves your character in New Vegas. Where's that shot? Shot. Pun intended. But so this is how the game opens. If no one's aware, you're on your knees, literally in your own grave. Your hands are bound, and this little checkered suit wearing asshole's got a gun to your head. Pulls out, the item that you were tasked with delivering, which is the platinum chip I mentioned earlier. And it's, I mean, I had to make that my quote for tonight, where, he goes on this whole speech about like, yeah, well, it looks like you ran into some bad luck, kid, from where you're sitting. Pulls out his gun. He's like, yeah, but the truth is the game was rigged from the start. Boom! Shoots you right in the head. Title card says Fallout New Vegas. The credits roll. Then you wake up in the doctor's office. Which actually was my next question, is you wake up in the town of Good Springs, which is right here. So I wonder, I'm like, again, it's a place, not a person. So I'm like, it would be really cool to see Good Springs, because Good Springs is also some place that a lot of people have fond memories of, like that big event that happens out there in the Mojave, like every year in the real world. Like people go to this place, this big, kind of like a convention for Fallout, in a made up. They constructed a Good Springs town to go to, and they have all kinds of trivia, some fun games. They have like food and stuff from the games, and obviously everyone's dressed up in costumes. It's really cool. But yeah, so he's the Victor right there is the one that pulls you out of the dirt, and you're still squirming because you got shot in the head. So that's some questions as to like, wait, what are you doing here? Because these are specific ones now, right? Like you have Yes Man as a specific Securitron, so is Victor. I think the only other ones you see are like the little policemen, right, that are on like the actual Securitrons. And then when you if God forbid, then you let this guy take over, his face is on the Securitrons. But yeah, I'm curious to see what Victor's up to these days. Seems like a nice guy.
Speaking of Good Springs, I say we bring back Easy Pete. That's my vote.
I was trying to find a picture of Easy Pete. I don't even care. He needs to still be alive and still be blowing shit up with dynamite. I'm so here for Easy Pete. Yeah, I'm like, is there gonna be like a Doc Mitchell, Easy Pete? Just outside of Good Springs is the Powder Gangers. There's an old NCR prison that they took over. Later on in this trailer, I mean, I'll try to my best to pause. I was having a hard time earlier. There are some kind of lower level thugs that you can fight, like the Powder Gangers, which would kind of be like a fun, like I said, that'd be a fun conflict to have, right? In the to kind of introduce some of these factions. But there's someone else coming up that I feel like would maybe warrant a discussion. Let's keep on boogieing here.
But
And what I do is I know everything. I know there's a war coming. The bombs will only be the beginning.
Oh, good place to pause it right there. Two things just in that. And luckily, the second one I paused right on. Yeah, we got the Brotherhood back, obviously, and we have what's his name, Max? I keep forgetting what his actual name was in the show. But I don't remember his name.
Maximus, I think is what it was.
Okay. So yeah, we still have Max, obviously. We still have the three main leads. I'm kind of curious what he's up to, because it seems like Lucy and the Ghoul kind of went off on their and Dogmeat. Let's not forget the best companion of every game ever is Dogmeat. I almost forgot about the dog. Which makes you wonder, will we see a little robot dog? A little robo brain dog with like name Rex? I hope so. Because I just really want a weird scene of like Dogmeat and Rex just like sniffing each other's butts or something, because it'd just be funny. Like, hey, I think I know you, you know. So I don't know what Max is up to. Like I don't want to say his character was just kind of like in the last season, like I was like, well, I don't know what you're really doing. Like your knight like died and you just jacked his armor, you know. Not saying I wouldn't, but just, you know. And he gets like, oh God, I remember he gets like stuck in it. Lucy ends up getting him out because it like locked up on him, which would be a horrifying way to die, honestly. Stuck inside of a power armor. So I don't know what he's up to. I'm kind of curious. I know he said it's like, you know, there's a war. I'm like, you know what they say about war, right? Oh, I always want to say it. And then we got the Legion troops. That's another big question. Where is that bald bastard? He's got hair. Whatever. He's got brain cancer. Fuck him. Sorry. We also have Caesar. You can tell how strongly I feel about these factions. You'll very quickly figure out which faction's my favorite. It's definitely not these guys. Caesar's Legion. So like I said, we have right there, boom, you have a whole thing of Legion troops. Some pretty cool armor. Actually, that's pretty close. You got the guy off on the left with the shades, and you know, kind of got it right on the nose. You get different types. I don't have the Legate, which kind of sucks. I had the big right hand guy. It's right there. I mean, what do you think about the Legion being in here, or at least in some capacity, and also the Brotherhood?
Yeah, I've been a pretty big Brotherhood stan since 3, probably. So I'm always excited to see them, even though they can be kind of assholes sometimes. Not gonna lie, but something about them, I think they're really cool. As far as Max goes, I don't fully remember how his story ended. I know it started with him hunting down a Enclave scientist for why. I forget. There was some serum, but I forget what it does. And again, I forget how it ends. So how he ends up in New Vegas, because obviously he's going to end up there. I don't know. I don't know what the plot line is there. So Caesar's Legion, I forgot they show up in the trailer. Speaking of canon events, we got to stop obsessing over this. But now they're here, so that really throws a big wrench in what we're talking about. Maybe this is a remnant faction after the war, or they claimed it. I don't know. Like I said, we don't know what they're gonna do. So it's really cool to see them. As far as the aftermath of the war for Hoover Dam goes, I am excited to see what they do with the factions. What factions are still around? How have they changed since the games? How did the war affect everyone and everything? I'm excited to see what they do. Caesar's Legion looks like they're doing all right for themselves. But yeah, it's cool to see them here.
Maybe we'll get like a shot of Hoover Dam. And there'll be like some big flag flying over it, and I'll be like, oh well, that solves that. Maybe that'll be how. And also, we don't know when this happened. I mean, this could be before that. I don't know. Maybe it's after. It could be. Yeah, it could be a remnant. That's what I was thinking, because I'm like, well, did he die of brain cancer? Did you save him? You know what I mean? Like, there's so many questions about like, so what happened to their leader? I mean, I don't know if maybe this guy here, he's doing his best, goddamn gladiator impression. He's the one facing these guys, and they're all hyped up. So, it would be kind of wild. Actually, I don't know if I can see. That almost looks like a gold, like kind of leaflet. Like, what if that is a young Caesar? I just now thought of that. That could it could be a young Caesar. I know we were talking about like we don't want to do too much of the game, but like here we are talking. I would say if you want to do anything, like you got to at least address the two big factions in the room. Now 3 because of the Brotherhood, but the NCR and the Legion, because I'm like that's kind of the main focus of Vegas, right? Because in the game you're at the second battle, I believe, of Hoover Dam. So it happened before. I think I had a thing. I think this is what I say about sequels. You got to go a little bigger. I think having these factions, and now because like I said, we were kind of narrowly kind of following like Lucy's point of view of like she doesn't really understand what the world is like, so she's slowly kind of getting into like realizing what's going on here, and this now opens up more avenues because it is like, oh good lord, this world is actually huge. There's pockets of different factions of people doing different things, like we saw with the vault. Like you think it's something familiar to you, and she realizes, oh, this vault is kind of different from the one I grew up in, right? And if you've ever played New Vegas, after playing Fallout 3, you find the Brotherhood of Steel, and you're like, "Oh, these guys will be good. They're the good guys." Yeah, I'm sure nothing will go wrong. And you realize you're on the other side of the country, and these guys are a bunch of dickheads. And I definitely didn't just wipe them off the face of the earth. But you know, and I hate to say that because I actually have a Brotherhood of Steel tattoo on my arm, so ad Victorum and whatever. I don't know. A young Caesar would be kind of cool. I don't know about that. And it's an interesting plot point. I think what I was my theory, I went back and forth. I don't have ADHD. It'd be really interesting, again, dropping some more lore. The NCR and the Brotherhood of Steel had a big war, excuse me, over that area, and the NCR won. So if anybody is also as formidable, would be Caesar's Legion. So I wonder, I'm like, are the Brotherhood and the Legion about to come to blows with each other? Also, I'm like, wouldn't it be kind of funny to have the having the NCR have to team up with their old enemy of the Brotherhood to maybe take on the Legion, because they're pretty this is like Rick Grimes realizing that the Saviors are fucking everywhere. And you don't realize, oh yeah, you take out one camp of them, like, yeah, that's adorable, but they're everywhere. So that'd be kind of interesting. Like I said, I don't want to like not talk about the NCR because it's again a big presence, but those are your three big players, and I want to see more. Winter can't get here fast enough. Nuclear Winter can't get here fast enough. Let's keep it. Oh goddamn, we gotta stop again. Sorry. Well, that's a badass shot of the ghoul taking somebody's head off with a bloody mess perk, no less, probably. Oh no, wait, no, we will see bloody mess later. I forgot there is a little a bomb in the pool. We have Dinky the Dino right behind him, over his shoulder there. You can see it. So also, you were the person that I am so glad it blew your fucking mind when you realized the town of Novak is just a no vacancy sign that's broken. I knew that, and I was just like, oh, that's kind of funny. And then like you came to me like, oh my god, it's called Novak because it's a no vacancy sign. I'm like, yeah, it's a hotel, man. It's clever. I mean, I wouldn't have noticed it. I don't think about it. And I saw the sign one day. I was like, oh, that's funny. Anyway, I'm gonna waltz into this town. Yeah, but Dinky the Dino, so that means Novak, and I'm like, again, I know I don't want to keep doing this, but are we gonna get Manny? Or the other best companion of the game, Boone? Love it. Don't sneak up on me. Yeah, that's how you get your head blown off. All right, what you got? Thoughts on Novak, Dinky the Dino, maybe some snipers? Somebody?
First, I gotta say, best companion in the game is all companions. I did the glitch where I was rolling with 8 different people in party.
Okay.
That was a good time. But yeah, keep saying the same thing over and over. I'm really excited to see all these places. Season 1 was so good. What they did to bring the show to bring the game to life was really fantastic, and season 2 just looks like it's going to be that much better. Again, with this being, I forget how many years you said since the game's events, I don't think we're going to see everyone that we know, but again, if 1 or 2 pop up here or there, I'm not going to complain.
I did quick math in my head. I believe it's 15 years. 15 years after the events of New Vegas. So I don't know. It's hey, holy crap! All right, we got Van Edwards up in the chat, and always good to see you. Hey, then that's probably definitely Frank. That is definitely Frank.
Yo,
I know I got friends that come in clutch. Thankfully, I mean. I may have just not, like I said, I don't tell Dad when I take the car out. I was just going to go on a joyride by myself and just kind of talk about it, which, whatever. But, having somebody who does know Fallout about as well as I do definitely helps. He's doing other things like fantasy football and whatever. Sure, just go there and just keep playing with your balls, Frank.
Priorities, I guess.
I forgot that was why he was doing stuff. So yeah, he's doing that. I'm sure we'll have more football talk on here, and I will definitely not be here for that. Yeah, that's God damn it. Even if it's just for the location, I mean, that's Novak, and I'm kind of here for it. It's a very familiar place that we all know. Let's keep on going.
My concern is that you would do just about anything to save your family. I think you are actually quite a violent man. You just don't want to kill me yet.
Oh, believe me, sir, I want to kill you every time. Not much there. I mean, yeah, we obviously see his wife closing the shutters in like a Vault-Tec office. I assume that was his daughter. Maybe he was holding on to. I don't know. Again, I'm assuming this is like some kind of press tour or whatever. Like we said, I think we're alluding that he's also the Vault Boy. This little guy here. Even though that's Fallout 4 with the pointing fingers, whatever. He's the one with the thumbs up. So. Yeah, again, if he's the face of your thing, and at some point you're going to run into Mr. House, so there's kind of the showy side of it, and then you kind of get into the underbelly with like this guy, like where he's got contingencies on contingencies. I'm sure. Let's keep going because I'm going to start furiously like pausing, so bear with me. Okay, there. Got it the first try this time. So again, we're back with the Max and the Brotherhood, and let's talk about a different Max here for a second. That guy right there, very suspiciously looks like someone we might know. I'm just saying, you don't have a jacket that goddamn cool, and you can't tell me this could. I mean, even if it's not him, I mean, Fallout 4 takes place. What was it? 2287. Maybe it's not him. It could be. I mean, I'm not saying they don't handle those jackets. I mean, they've got the Brotherhood patches on them anyway, but not too many people have that really badass jacket like Elder Maxton. Sorry, I'll say his name now. Elder Maxton from 4, who the only reason I need to go back and replay Fallout 4 and not shoot him in the face and steal his jacket. I'm sorry. It's so goddamn cool. I put a ballistic weave into it, and I was like, okay, I'm going to run around with this the rest of the game. Yeah, I feel kind of bad. I was like, I think I'll do a Brotherhood of Steel playthrough on Fallout 4. But relative, maybe maybe he had a son at this point, and you're talking. Well, no, it's 15 years since Vegas. I mean, shit, even from Fallout 4, I mean, maybe because this guy looks young enough, and like he could be, related. I don't know. What do you think? I'm gonna keep rambling. What do you think of this guy?
Yeah, I can't say it for sure. At the very least, I know he's too young to be Maxon himself. Maxon's son. I mean, I can see it. Would be cool, but yeah. Right now, we don't know.
I know. I wish we knew. Because I mean, the Maxton family is pretty big in the Brotherhood of Steel world. So because we see Maxton as a kid in 3, right? So right. You see a lot of people from 3 in 4. You see them. Some of them are kids, and then they grow up because 10 years down the line in Fallout 4. So I don't know. I'm like, maybe this could be a guy who's in that in that world. My thought was, I'm like, you'd have to explain why Maxton is in DC and 4 takes place in Boston, which is not too far away. I could understand that. I'm like, military orders take you all over the damn place. Maybe he's over in Vegas for something. I don't know. It could be. There are factions of the Brotherhood all over the place, so maybe that's why. Yeah. Okay. Okay, there's the bloody mess perk. That's what I wanted to talk about. That's badass as hell. Someone just blows up into pieces and just tip the hat. Hell yeah. Oh, god damn it. Oh, that's good.
Let's get lucky, shall we?
I think, as the internet has said, I'm pretty sure we'd all like to think we're the ghoul, but we're that guy sniffing the flower in the apocalypse. We're all just that guy. Let's be honest. So because I'm a nerd, I noticed crap like this too. Why the Ghoul's doing his best impression of the Matrix flying out of the window, or Matrix Reloaded, when Trinity flew out of the window. Right? We do movies on this channel, you know what I'm talking about. But I noticed on the side again, another cool location that we have is the Atomic Wrangler. Yeah, okay, because I didn't know someone pointed out and I looked, like, cocked my head to the side. I'm like, oh my god, you're right. That's definitely the Atomic Wrangler Casino, which he's flying out of that window, I assume, right there in the middle. Some reason they're in there for something or other. Now I'm trying to remember, is the Atomic Wrangler is that on the that's on the strip, right?
Yeah, I can't fully remember either.
I need like a map of the world.
Oh, that's in Freeside, actually. I didn't think it was on the strip, but I didn't fully know. Yeah, good catch on catching that, by the way. I definitely didn't see that.
Yeah, I kind of wondered. I'm like, that looks. I was like, because when I look at stuff, I look at everything, and I'm, especially when I watch it again, I'm taking every bit of information I can. And I see, like, wait, there's this big obvious sign. I was like, that's the Atomic Wrangler. Holy shit. Okay, you're right. Freeside. So that's the surrounding area outside of the strip. So, okay. Because another character, I mean, I want to see who's the sheriff. Is it Sheriff Prim Slim, or is it, the old guy you take from the prison? That'd be a funny one to put in there. Yeah, no. So for some reason or other, we're in the Atomic Wrangler. Of course, when I looked up Atomic Wrangler, all I kept getting was also the crier, because I'm like, I know, scantily clad woman out there, like, she's selling stuff. She's getting traffic into the damn casino. She's doing her job, okay? So she's got that going for her. Maybe we'll see Mick and Ralph's or something. I don't know. That'd be pretty funny. Yeah. All right. Bitch. That was so close. Hold on. There we go. Very quickly in the background there, we definitely have another casino that we all probably don't want to admit we spend time in, but we have the Gomorrah, which is well, I don't think I need to explain it, but yeah, you know what they say, sex sells, and that's exactly what that is right there. So it's a cool casino. Like I said, my personal favorite is always the Tops. I like the Tops Casino. It's just fun. It's kind of a typical casino you see. There are some quests, I believe, in Gomorrah. Shit, even the Tops. I'm trying to remember where the Omertas are. Which, I mean, they're not important, but they're another faction. I know. I watch a guy who does like Fallout challenges, and he literally every single time, like by law at this point, has to go in and just kill every one of the Omertas. He hates them so much. I get it. I don't like them either, but it's a part of every single run he does. He always goes there and kills them. So good on him. I wish I could find his name because I really want to. Oh, Nurbit. Sorry, as soon as they open up YouTube, Nurbit. If you want some cool Fallout challenges, go watch his videos. They're very interesting to watch. So yeah, there's Gomorrah, which I caught because I wore out my spacebar the other day. Ball sack. Like I said, this ending bit is gonna keep getting me. Lucy, get out of here. Well, fuck me. God damn it. She's on the next part. There we go. We said this. I think me and Brooding Gamer actually did the what we want to see out of this thing. Now, again, we've talked about characters. Something else as akin to like places. I'm like, we got to put some of these monsters in this game. That is definitely a rad scorpion. I believe that's from. I believe that's from 4, I think. But point still remain. That is definitely a rad scorpion. Holy crap! Again, we're not to the shit your pants, holy crap kind of thing just yet. But one of those will terrify you if you're not ready for it. I think if that kind of gives you a sense of the scale, that thing's probably about the size of like a small car. Now there are giant rat scorpions, which of course are much bigger, which requires a much bigger bullet. So I would recommend, friends, you go to the gun runners and you go buy yourself a 50 cal and just casually keep that strapped on your back. And of course, I've gone this long and I have to say it. You always got to keep the big iron on your hip. So shout out to Marty Robbins. Yeah, because there's some nasty stuff out there in the Mojave Wasteland. Yeah, rad scorpions. I'm here for that. So there's the next thing I wanted. That is a cool. Lucy made this dude do a backflip, but more importantly, it's who she made do a backflip. Well, you get the point. Last 2 things I want to talk about here. Never get this the right way. This is what I did earlier. Hold on, I got this. You bastard. There we go, for fuck's sake. I hope it's worth it for all of you. I want to talk about this dapper dressed gentleman right here. Another faction. Once again, where's my mouse? I've lost. There it is. Oh, he looks suspiciously like one of the kings. That's it. He's got. I mean, look at that. That's not quite an Elvis pose, but I mean, minus the bullet going through the brain pan. But hey, there's some stripes, some Jailhouse Rock look going on there. So maybe some kings. That's Pacer. Screw him, by the way, but maybe. And then the last bit. Okay, before we get to that big reveal, I just want to say I think that slow motion thing of Lucy shooting that bullet is either VATS, or it could be a reference to the opening of New Vegas, which does feature the New Vegas sign with the NCR Ranger slow motion, boom, shooting that bullet out, and it caps a Raider right in the dome. That could be it. Now, we got to talk about this bit right here.
I defer to you about what to do in this situation.
Okay, I'll put it back on like maybe the Fallout logo or something. But also thank you IGN. That's whose video we stole for this. But we appreciate you. Let's just put Fallout back on there. I think Negan said it best in Walking Dead. Are we pissing our pants yet? Because we got death claws in this bitch. Oh my good God. What do I say for sequels? Go bigger. And how else? I mean, a Yao Guai was sweet in the first season because those are terrifying. But holy Jesus, we're stepping it up to death claws now. I mean, I was thinking like, oh, can we put Cazadors in, like fire geckos, stuff like that? And I was like, we got to have death claws. So, yeah, give me your thoughts while I go change my pants.
It's about to go down.
Yeah, in the other direction. I love that. Like she's like, So I'm going to ask you about this. And he just immediately runs. I'm like, that's the correct response. You see a death claw, you run. If you see a quarry, you definitely run. I don't care if you take I-90 straight up into Vegas. Don't do that. You're dumb. Don't. That's a route with some chest hair, but your chest is going to be all over that. Where's that picture of the death claw? You see that little rib cage sitting there next to his foot? That's what you're going to look like. I promise you. So,
yeah, no, like you said, New Vegas brought a lot of interesting monsters to the series. Yaogwai in season 1 was really cool. Not something I was expecting. I honestly kind of thought they forgot about him a little bit, so it was really cool to see him there. But no Deathclaw in season 1. Kind of the staple of the series, at least in my eyes. So seeing him here, deserved, worth it. Would have been extremely disappointed, honestly, if he wasn't there. So, yeah, they have a lot of potential to do a lot of cool things with a lot of cool monsters. Other factions, the Kings would be cool to see. Can we go back to that shot of I think it was Max running in the desert? I think it was
with the guy that had the power armor, I believe. Or no, yeah, right here, I think. Okay. That suspicious. Well, they all look the same, but I was like, well, they may not be the Pridrin, but like those are those big airships they have. So, but what were you gonna say about it?
I mean, I was just curious because that's Max outside the power armor, right? I thought he basically got his own suit at this point.
Yeah, very true. I'm trying to go back a little bit more. Oh, wait. Damn it. Best companion. Sorry, it's dog meat. We did for a hot second. Well, there's her dad in one of the power armors. I know there was a shot of Cooper in one, which is kind of interesting. I don't know why. And that was like pre-war, though, I think, because it was his face wasn't all ghouled yet and all that jazz. No, that was before that, wasn't it?
Kill me
Ah.
yet.
Yeah. Okay. He did say he was in the service and he did pilot those power armor before, right? So maybe this could be like a flashback of when he was in the war, maybe? I don't know. Yeah. Because I was thinking like, well, it's not like the ghoul needs one. I mean, so yeah, I wonder who he's with. Maybe it's the guy with the cool coat, although I mean I'd just wear the coat out. I don't know.
Yeah, I actually forgot Cooper was in the service, so I actually didn't catch the shot there. But yeah, once you just rewinded and showed the shot of them in the plane or whatever, that's got to be who that was. I just don't know who that guy is or what his deal is.
Yeah, because like I said, I really got to go back and watch and see where Max's story kind of left off. Because I vaguely remember him and Lucy being together kind of near the end there, and then it switches up to her and the Lucy and the ghoul going. Also, we didn't really talk much about the lady who was kind of one of the bads of the first season was Moldaver, that lady that came into their vault. It was head of the Raiders. And I think she knew Lucy's mom. I was like, there was kind of a whole story there, and that chip or whatever that was in the Enclave scientist's brain, like she wanted it for something. I think she was powering up. It looked like she was powering up like part of that settlement or whatever, and it had something. I don't know. She knew her dad had like the code to it, which hilariously, the code is actually the date that the very first Fallout game came out. If anyone caught that, 10/10/97. So yeah, hilarious that was the code. It was. Yeah, the release date of the original Fallout game. Yeah, I don't know. I want to know what happened with Moldaver because you see Lucy's mom. She's a pile of bones at this point, but she like says like, "Oh look, we did it. We finally did it." I'm like, "You did what? What happened? What? What?" And Lucy's dad just pisses off to New Vegas, and they're like, "Well, we're gonna go follow him now." So I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna maybe kind of tell what was going on with that. Yeah, that whole story. Oh god damn it. Well, look who decided to show his face. Or maybe not, because we don't need that kind of we don't need that kind of negativity here on the show. Yeah. Well, hey, at least you know what, he's not here to harass Frank so much because he's not on the show. He wouldn't dare say it to his face. He'll do it in the chat. But yeah, I think other than that, really it's kind of that bad. I mean, I love that like badass shot of the. And I wonder if that's maybe what that was. No, it's Max. Damn it. There's you again. Yeah, Cooper. I was wondering what this was. It's this big vault tech. Like, I don't know if this is like a vault being built or something. I don't know. Why there's a Brotherhood guy there? I don't know if it's pre-war. I have no idea. Her dad has a suit.
No, yeah, because we saw her dad in the suit. That's probably him standing in there. Whatever this is, this is why he went to New Vegas, I assume. Whatever it is.
Yeah, there he is. I feel kind of ashamed that I didn't realize Kyle MacLachlan here, who plays Lucy's dad, was also the original Paul Atreides in the original Dune movie from the 80s. And I was like, that's why I know him. God damn. Obviously, that was, a couple decades ago. I just I've seen his face, and I'm like, I know I've seen you before. So another pretty epic sci-fi thing that he was a part of, and obviously now he's part of this, which is just really cool to see. Yeah, I'm probably gonna find it. There's a shot of like a Brotherhood guy like just like mowing somebody down with like a 10 mil pistol. And I was like, what? Or a submachine gun. Like, what's going on here? Jesus. I'm gonna get dog meat, goddammit. Dog. There we go. That's the real hero of the entire show. It's just dog meat. But yeah, that's the trailer. I mean, not much more to really say. I don't know if you have any like final thoughts, anything you want to add, or something you think about while we've been dicking around.
Yeah, no, it looks so good. I'm so excited to see what they do. I'm so excited to see where this goes.
Yes.
Overall, just thanks for having me on. I appreciate the appreciate you reaching out.
Yeah, we gotta stick together out here in the wastelands. So like I said, I was gonna do it by myself, and I thought, well, what, I have more than one friend at least knows about Fallout and who has seen the show. So thankfully, can bring the expertise. Okay, Frank's almost done playing with his balls, so it's about a good time to get out of here. So yeah, that's final thoughts for me. I mean, I don't know, it looks so good. Take my money, take my bottle caps rather. I don't even care. I'll even give you my star caps. Maybe we'll see a star cap. Not only Nuka-Cola, but Sunset Sarsaparilla is pretty big in New Vegas. Maybe we'll see some of those. It'd be crazy. Maybe the Legion is still doing their lottery drawings, and that's all I'll say about that. If you don't know, look it up. If not, play the game. That's my suggestion. I mean, play these games, man, because they're fun, and you can kind of just meander and do your own story, make your own things happen, and it's a fun time. I mean, now I will warn you, New Vegas is glitchy as all hell. So if you don't know about Bethesda games, you just kind of have to roll with that. It's part of the quirkiness. I know. Restarting your game when it crashes, but remember to save. Always remember to save your game, kids, because you don't know when you're either going to do something really dumb or something dumb is going to happen to you. So it's always I'm not even going to entertain Frank's comment. Anyway, it's best we don't know. Anyway, yeah, that's I'm excited for it. I'm sure we'll break this show down as it comes out, which I believe it was December 17th. Oh, December 17th, nuclear winter, as we call it. So, I mean, this is how we close out the show. I mean, I don't know if you, I mean, what do you do on the internet? Do you do anything? Where do people find you? Do you have a handle somewhere we can follow you? Anything like that?
No, don't find me. Don't look for me.
I feel that, but I've done too many of these shows to, I can't really say that anymore, but, whatever. Yeah. So, well said. As for me, yeah, you know, I'm here. I'm always here Tuesday and Thursdays, going over God knows what, but, that's a joke. I do know what we're doing next week. Next week is going to be, all toxicity, and no, it's not your favorite, metal song. We're going to be going over, I wish I had a thumbnail. We're going to be going over the new Toxic Avenger movie, which comes out this weekend. We'll do the new movie on Tuesday, and on Thursday, we'll take it back to the 80s with the original Toxic Avenger. So that's all next week. So that's what we got going on here. So we will see you guys Tuesday. You'll see me for sure because you can't get rid of me. So I'm going to start. There it is. Start that back up. Yeah, so we'll see you guys Tuesday. Till then, stay frosty, I guess. We should talk. We say something, but we're kind of saying nice to each other. We kind of ruin it. I don't know what to really say here. This is kind of the Ron Burgundy bit. That's fine. We'll play it out. Take it easy, everybody.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.